Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lumio Palooza Day 1. I am your co-host, Tisha Poncio. I'm the Global Community Manager, and we have such an exciting session for you today. I want to give you a couple of reminders. So the first reminder I have for you is we would love for you to join us live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. We will be announcing our social challenge winners. You may be asking yourself, what social challenge? Well, to celebrate Lumiopalooza and to extend its reach socially, there is a social contest. So what you're going to do is you are going to share all about Lumiopalooza on any social platform that you're using, and you're going to include hashtag Lumiopalooza 2026. Make sure that you are also following the social accounts on Instagram, X, LinkedIn, TikTok at Lumio_social. We are going to draw winners at the end of every day, and you also want to join us for the keynotes every single day because we are going to share the love out there with you. You will receive a $25 gift card. So we are choosing those at random. You can enter as many times as you want. And what I would love to do now is to pop up our presenter because she's a lot to share with you. But I'm going to give her a proper intro because that's just the Tisha Poncio style. We have with us all the way from Finland, Maarit. Now, I told her I am not even going to say her last name because she's a little bit like Prince and Cher. She is known in the edtech community just by her first name. She's an award-winning Finnish educator and lecturer who specializes in foreign language learning and teaching, educational technology, and inclusive learning. Maarit and I actually bonded years and years ago about student voice, student choice, and student leadership. She has over 30 years of classroom experience and has been recognized as Swedish Teacher of the Year in 2018, Pedagogical Innovator of the Year in 2019, and Finland's Language Teacher of the Year in 2022. Her work focuses heavily on differentiation, supporting diverse learners, gamification, immersive learning, student choice, student voice, and the proper use of educational technology. And she also, as you can tell by her shirts, she is one of our top Lumio Smart ambassadors. Welcome, Maarit, to Lumiopalooza. We're so excited to have you teach us all about choice boards. Are you ready to rock and roll, Maarit?
I am.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'll be backstage. I'll be in the chat. You let me know if you need anything.
So, thank you very much, Tisha, and a warm welcome to everyone joining me today. This is a true pleasure to have you here, and I'm so excited to share this time with you. And as Tisha said, my name is Maarit Rainio. I'm a lecturer of foreign languages based in Turku, Finland, and all my social media accounts are on the screen. Feel free to connect with me on any of them, but you'll find me most active on X or Twitter, where I regularly share ideas, teaching resources, and classroom inspiration. And please join my lesson. If you like to join my lesson, please go to lumioclass.com, select join as a guest, and enter my class ID 717171. But no pressure. You are also welcome to just follow along and observe if you prefer. And now I can see that Tisha already has the link in the chat, so I just move on. But it's like join as a guest and class ID 717171. So the agenda of today, I will talk about choice boards, motivation, differentiation, and student engagement. I will show how I've created the choice board, some principles, and real classroom examples. And then by the end of the session, I would like to show you how I have created this particular lesson. So there is a make and take how to build your own choice board like step by step. And then, so the lesson is titled, Let Them Choose Choice Boards for Student Motivation, Differentiation, and Flow. Here on the screen, you will see some images, and they are directly from my classroom. This is a lesson which I have had with my fourth graders, and they absolutely love the smart monsters. They are like the emotional support stuffies for them. And this is actually a student's choice. I asked them which lesson I should actually help with you. And this was like the number one on the list. So partly my students are like here. And the issue and actually the title, mini title of today is School. We are working on the school stuff here. Then the learning goes. After the session, I would like you to equip with the knowledge and tools to create effective choice boards. I would like to show how choice boards can increase student engagement and motivation without adding extra workload. I would like to demonstrate ways to differentiate instruction naturally and sustainably. And I would like to inspire teachers to shift from traditional one-size-fits-all instruction to student-centered learning. All my lessons are like triple-sided. I always have first a social emotional check-in, then we have the choice board itself, and by the end of the session, we do something together again, and there will be a digital game board. So those who are now in Lumio, please join this particular task, and I will demonstrate how it actually works. So please grab the pin and move it towards the position you like feel, and the best presents how you are feeling. This pin is infinitely cloned object, so when we are working in a whole class whiteboard, every student can respond at the same time. As a teacher, I see every student's response together with their individual names, which gives me a quick overview of how everyone in the class is actually feeling. If I notice that the student reports at the lowest possible mood day after day, I take the time to talk with them. Together, we may arrange a meeting with the school counselor or the school nurse if needed. In Finland, students have a very, very strong support network at school, and this simple daily check-in can help me identify when someone might need extra support. So I usually tell my students that this activity only takes like 5 seconds, not even that. But those 5 seconds could make all the difference. They might even be life-changing for a student who really, really needs someone to notice how they are feeling and really help them. And now we are going to have a look to the actual choice board. So there it is. So the topic is school. It is a color-coded choice board, and I use 3 colors: red, and then that yellow, and then there's green. And this is actually for everyone, so it's like a bonus stuff. We always end our lessons with doing something together as a bonus thing. My students understand the meaning of these colors because they are the same as those used in Finnish traffic lights. As a result, they can easily recognize the level of difficulty of each task. So the red activities over here are the basic level. They focus on simple vocabulary tasks and are designed to build students' confidence with the core vocabulary. The yellow activities over here are the intermediate level, while the green activities are the advanced level and provide more challenging tasks. The bonus activity, as I mentioned, is usually a task, an oral task that is available to all students regardless of the level they are working on. As you can see here, I have included screenshots of each activity so that students can immediately see what kind of task it is before they choose. In the top right corner of this choice board over here, there is an infinitely cloned sticker. Whenever a student completes an activity, they simply drag a sticker onto the task to mark it is finished, like this, for example. This makes it very easy for me to see at a glance which activities each student has completed. I think choice boards are a simple yet powerful way to increase student engagement, support differentiation, and promote student ownership of learning. Instead of completing the same task, students choose how they learn, practice, and demonstrate their understanding. This shifts the focus from teacher-directed instruction to active student-driven learning while encouraging creativity, critical thinking, and independence without increasing teachers' workload. Choice boards also make it easier to meet the needs of diverse learners in the same classroom by offering different ways to practice and demonstrate learning. Every student can work at an appropriate level by staying engaged and working towards the same learning goals. I would also like you to take a closer look at the choice board itself. If you look carefully, you notice that only two activities, the locker and the subject, have the matching green lesson background theme color. That is because those are the only two activities I actually created especially for this lesson. All the other activities were pulled from my own Lumio library. They are tasks I created for previous lessons, and I simply reuse and combine them into a brand new differentiated Lumio lesson. I think this is one of Lumio's biggest strengths. You don't have to start from the scratch every single time. You can easily repurpose your existing materials and build a completely new lesson in a very, very short amount of time. I have also added links to every activity. You might see those grayish bubbles with the sign of a link over here. By clicking the link, students are taken directly to the task they have selected. Let's have a look at the first activity. It's the locker stuff over here. You may join and create your locker yourself, and I will demonstrate how to work with the Lumio tools here. So this creativity activity and a great way to demonstrate your some of Lumio's core features. For example, adding images using stickers, pen tools, and different fonts. Now I would like you to try this locker activity if you are logged into my Lumio. Since this is an individual handout, everyone can decorate their own unique locker. And for example, I might show here, this is my student's favorite. You have here the heart, cross, image, and circle. So the first one on this row, there are stickers. So my students absolutely love the stickers. So of course we need some stickers over here. And then if you want to write there something, we have here the pen tools. And if you want to type something, so at first you have to double click it here. And then you can change the fonts. If I remember correctly, there are 36 different fonts in Lumio. Pick up the font size, even the color, and then you see a circle for there are three spots over here. Press it and you get a whole bunch of new colors. You can also add images here. So, and when my students are working on this kind of activity, I usually, for example, take the stickers from the sticker library just to show to my students that I've been here and I think you are amazing with your work. And I can put it here and then make it a little bit bigger that it really recognize that it has been me having a look at the stuff what they are doing. I can also have a look at what my students are doing, but because this is like a session and I haven't asked permission of you to show me if I can show you what you are doing here. So I think I just move on to the next exercise. Then, when the locker task is completed, and this is very important, listen, the student never has to search for the choice board because that would be quite difficult. Every task page includes a small eye sticker in the bottom left corner over here. By tapping the sticker, the student is taken straight back to the main choice board like this. I think this is quite cool. My students love it because then it's always a mess to have a choice board because there are so many tasks, but this linking stuff actually helps my students to find the task really easily. Let's have a vocabulary task here. Okay, if you are in my Lumio, you may try it out. I modeled the activity here. This is actually a vocabulary activity. It's a Lumio game-based activity, and Lumio includes 12 different game-based activities. And this one is called Match 'em Up, and it's actually one of my favorites. So feel free to try it. Your track is picture. I can take, for example, the book into one test tube, and then the matching word to the other one. And once the activity has been completed, you can check the answers by pressing the check answer buttons at the end. As a teacher, I can monitor students' progress by pressing this button. And here I can see some really interesting stuff. Who has started and completed the activity, view individual student results, and access student-wide data, such as average scores and time spent on the activity. This allows me to quickly identify students who may need extra support and use the information for formative assessment. If I want to view an individual student results, so then I have to have a look to student progress over here. So Lumio is so cleverly made. It first blurs the student data and asks me to confirm that I want to reveal it. This privacy feature helps protect students' personal information when the dashboard is displayed on the classroom screen. So because I really respect your privacy, I'm not going to press any buttons here too. So then let's move on to the next one. This is an individual handout, and you can also try this one out. And I demonstrate it by using teacher handout here. This is a crossword. It is a great example how infinitely cloned objects can be used as manipulatives. You can simply track the letter tiles into the correct places. For example, number 6, you should write this on the top of your paper. So it's a name. That's the right answer. So I just track the letters like this. And this, I think this is one of the coolest things ever, that you can also have like crosswords here. But then you have to understand this is a basic level task. And those students, they need support, sometimes extra support. So I've created an extra support by tracking the school bus over there to the right. A hidden word bank is revealed. I think this is so cool. And providing vocabulary hints to help my students complete the crossword independently. And I think this is like, I usually use those kind of stuff, like hidden support, like word banks. When we write stories, like I can have like sentence starters to help some students. When we have a grammar exercise, I can have a grammar rule, maybe some examples. Well, it can be used anyhow. And I think it's such a powerful tool over here. Then we take the eyes over here and I press the link. We go back to the choice board. This time we take the AI exercise over here. And now you can see that I have the A plus here in the corner. And it actually means whenever I put A plus exercise, it means that that's the most difficult one. And remember, this this was created for fourth graders. Some of them are so super talented. I have actually had this lesson, this AI lesson for my eighth graders. But I want to support my talented students too. So let's have a look at that exercise. No. So we are not going to complete this, but I would like to show two outstanding examples created by students. But let's have a look first what they are supposed to do. So they are supposed to use Canva. I offer the link here, and create two AI generated images, one of an old-fashioned school and the other one of a futuristic school, and then upload both images to Lumio. And this is a great way to show to you that Lumio is a great tool for app smashing too. Then they are supposed to create an audio recording in English and compare the two schools. And now to the examples. Here's the first one. Oh, I always, when I question about little students, so I offer a ready-made background. So this is the first example, and I have to say, I have the permission of both student and the parents to show this work to you. So this is in the past, the school building, and this is the school building in the future. And this is like the equipment which is used in the past, and that one in the future. Then there is another one over here. And this student really got excited about the task. So I think this is the school classroom in the past, and this is the same classroom in the future. Then we have this is the school library back then and in the future, and this is the equipment. But have a look. Have a look. This student created 6 different audio recordings because at first, all the recordings were somewhere around 4 to 5 minutes. And these students really love speaking English. Not exactly a greatest fan of writing it, but love speaking. And he thinks that Lumio is such an inclusive tool that he has a chance to show his best sides, his knowledge, his you know, what he can do with the Lumio, with the audio tool, that he has a spotlight, he can shine here. And I think that makes Lumio such a powerful tool here. But now we go back to the choice board again. And then this is something really interesting. This is my highlight, actually. When I press the links, you can see that they are directly linked to this particular lesson, and you can see the page numbers over here. But when I click the link to this read exercise, I'm going to demonstrate for you. So you cannot see a page number because this is linked to a completely different Lumio lesson. And the coolest thing about this is that I can have an entirely separate Lumio lesson inside one Lumio lesson. How cool is that? It's a powerful feature. It makes organizing differentiation and differentiation activities so much easier, and the students experience this all as one seamless lesson. Let's have a look what I have here. So it's all about reading a book in Epic. Epic is a free library, and I have like 47,000 books there in English. Some of them are Spanish. I think they are entering also in French. This is the image of the book, Going to School Around the World. And it's all about schools in 8 different countries. The student chooses one country, reads that section of the book. The story is only about 7 to 8 pages. Writes a short review, and then chooses one of the creativity tasks. So let's have a look. At first, let's imagine now the student actually read one story. So the student is writing here the name of this particular country. Then the student gives the stars. Observe the stardust. I think that's the coolest element here. And then I think this is also so fantastic that you can also clone those sentence starters, making it easier for some of the students to start creating the opinions on the particular book they studied. Then about the creativity tasks, I had the slide over here. I offer 3 creativity tasks, and the students are supposed to only do one of them. There is an Instagram story and Did You Know file. Then there is a news report, an oral exercise, and then a tour guide. And I give some sort of like instructions because they are like 4th graders here. And then I always offer a ready-made background, making it easier for my students to work. And here I have some examples to show. So this student created the news report. Actually, he first wrote the text and then he read the story, and you see the recording over here. And of course, the Lumio stickers are like #1 issues here. So my students love to put them everywhere. Then the other student created an Instagram post and then wrote this Did You Know story. And all the facts they are like writing about, they are based on the particular country and school they studied about. So they got like demonstrate to me and themselves how they have understood the text. The last one is like absolutely outstanding. This student did first this news report. The audio recording is here. And he even wrote here what kind of questions he answered. And then he couldn't decide. So he decided to create the tour guide also. It's over here. But then, because I had written here, he explained this to me later on, that they should be creative and proud and be proud of themselves. So he created an extra exercise for himself. So it's all about, he wanted to compare the Costa Rican school with our school. And because he loves oral stuff, so he created an audio recording. And I have to say, I'm so proud of my student. And this is actually the creativity tasks actually allows, I think so, allows especially my students to shine and use all the tools in Lumio to show and shine and use like all the tools that they can show the understanding and learning in the best possible way. Let's go back to my presentation now. Okay. So, yeah, by the way, I forgot to say that I'm also Epic ambassador and I'm also Lumia ambassador. So it's quite amazing to use those both tools. It's a great example to show how different educational tools can work together to create engaging learning experiences by app smashing them. So now what I would like to show you the bonus. And the bonus is for everyone. And we start the lesson by having the social emotional check-in. Then my students have the choice board and they do different stuff. And by the end, we have the board game together. So let's have the board game.
Maarit, it's Tisha, and I've hopped on the screen with you just to remind you that we're coming towards the end of the session, and you have a lot of questions. So I'm going to let you finish up here, and then we can address some of the questions in the chat together. Okay?
Okay. So here, I have created this game board in Canva. It's an oral exercise based on school-related questions. My students work in pairs. One student keeps the board game open while the other one has the next slide open. We have one-to-one laptops to every single student in our country. So it's very easy for my students to have 2 laptops open at the same time. Then My students love the smart monsters, and I chose them as game pieces, and they are infinitely cloned objects, so my students can pick up them and move them around here, making them easy to move them around on the board, and also because I know they love it. Lumia just introduced widgets, and guess what? We have the dice here. So my students can actually roll the dice and then move the monster over here. And I think this is a really, really cool thing to do. So it's like roll the dice, move the monsters, and have fun. And the questions are like, here some of them are like basic questions, some are more demanding, but they have a study buddy to help. If they don't understand the question, they can always ask me. So Tisha, do I have time now to show something to my participants over here?
Well, we've got about 4 minutes. And so I would love to go over some of the questions that they're asking, if that's possible. And you can continue
Yeah.
sharing your screen. The one of the first questions that they started asking immediately was, where can they find the choice board? Where can they find all of these things? And I just want to clarify, are you starting to create these things in Canva and then bringing them over to Lumio? Is that your process?
Yeah, that's my process. Yeah.
Okay. So
And
are you creating those pieces, the choice board and everything in Canva? Are you starting from scratch or are you using a template?
I have first I've created a template for myself, like all the numbers and the circles. So, but then I only swap the background, and it always looks different. So
Yeah.
using one like template, and then I just every single time I can swap the background, and it looks totally different. Yeah.
So that's awesome. What I have done, because they have been asking for your resources, and I promised them resources at the end. So I've already popped Maarit's Wakelet collection for all participants in the chat. That Wakelet collection, I previewed it. It's fantastic. She has everything you will need in this Wakelet collection. So make sure you bookmark that, you save it, put it wherever you're keeping all of your notes. And then let's see, we have a couple of other questions. Again, can you make the crossword through Lumio or are you importing through Canva? I believe we've already answered that one, correct? You're just going to correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong. Which
Yeah. That's right.
templates, Mara, are you using directly from Lumio? Do you have any that you are directly using from Lumio in any of the examples you've shown?
Actually, I quite often also use Lumio library. It's like a miracle you find a lot of stuff like from that source too. And by the way, here is if you didn't you have the link, but I have also here the link to my record collection. So
Yes.
most of this, all the stuff I've used in my during this session, you find them there. Also some extras. So I really try to support you with your new path of choice boards, and you know, you have there like ready all the ready my resources, like different like templates, and also not only that, but also like articles. If you are not a language teacher, you find there like ready-made templates for different subject, even history, mathematics, science, you name it, they have it there. And
Sure.
well,
I think what's great about this, and I want to just shout out Ingrid joined your session, and she loves the color coding for how difficult the activities are because it gives students this ability to challenge themselves, which you're so good at doing that. You're good at really giving the students this autonomy as they're going through the lessons. Let's see. I think that might be all. They love all of your stuff. I'm just double checking all of the comments. I've been backstage, so I just want to make sure that you all have the Wakelet collection. Cheryl wants you to just touch on how do you link one Lumio lesson to another? Is it possible for you to show them that quickly on your screen, Maarit?
I just need a link first, but it's very quickly. Yeah. Uh, there like this. So actually, maybe I should show this like this, not just to explain. So I have this epic lesson. I have it here. And then I just share assignment. This is a student share link. And I copy it. And I know it's not supposed to be here, but let's pretend it's going to be here. I can take like, well, should I go now back to my choice board?
And as you're doing that, Susan's asking a question. Do you have to create the template in Canva or can you do it in Lumio? I'm going to kind of speak to that a little bit because I'm doing what Maarit's doing. I start in Canva and bring it over to Lumio. I also, Susan, have started in Lumio and just created what I want inside of Lumio. So it really is up to you. I always say there's a way, not the way. And so you just find the flow, the creative flow that is going to work for you. There is the ability to create what Maarit has done in Canva in Lumio by scratch. But you also, to her point, you can go into the Lumio library and find some templates in there and start with that. And we have a new category for our ambassadors. So you can actually find ambassador created lessons. And yes, I have already asked Maarit to put some lessons in there for all of you. So if you put that in the chat, no, I've already asked her. Go ahead, Maarit. Show us how you do the linking.
So now I have actually freed my choice board sticker because it's the easiest way to demonstrate it. So have a look. Now this sticker is activated. You see it because I have the blue lines over there. And I press this button over here. Then I very, very slowly go downwards and I attach a link. Then I just paste the link over here like this. And then I attach it. And now there's a separate link. And when I press the link, but I just created it, it's supposed to throw us directly. It's throwing us directly to the lesson I just showed a couple of minutes ago.
Maarit, I just want to clarify one more time because they're asking the choice board that you shared with them is on the Wakelet collection, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah.
So Rita, yeah, she is sharing that choice board with you. I'll put the link in the chat one more time. Make sure if you have not clicked this link that you're clicking that link and you are bookmarking it. Okay. And now you've linked one lesson to the other, correct?
Yes. And you can also take an image of this cell phone and QR code over here. Take an image, take a screenshot, scan it, bookmark it, so you have it down.
Yes. Okay, so we have a little bit of housekeeping. So Maarit, can you go to the last couple of slides just so I can speak to those slides at the end of your slide deck? Again, you guys, we want you to keep learning with us, and I have put some resources in the chat. So for those of you who are new or you used Lumio before and you want to continue learning, I'm going to tell you our YouTube channel is one of the best places to go find what you need. There are game-based learning activity videos. There's a getting started, a complete guide of videos that you can go through. Also follow along on the social channels there. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We are sharing all the time. And you can also join for webinars. We do monthly webinars. Ambassadors are leading webinars. The other thing that I would say, Mar, if you could go to the next slide. And this is especially for those of you that are like, oh, I didn't know all of this was happening. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Become an ambassador. Become an ambassador. Scan that QR code. If you are not already an ambassador, this will get you access to the Ambassador Hub where you can chat with Maarit and Michelle and so many of the presenters here. They are there. They are here to answer questions and chat with you and engage with you. And they're going to share all of their resources. There's a reason that our ambassadors are so amazing is because Maarit is really leading the charge with sharing whatever you need, whatever you want. And then what is our last slide? I can't remember the last one. Okay. We're telling the world. So this is the social challenge. You love it. Yes, I know. So as an ambassador, and Mara can just show off her shirt. This is our ambassador shirt. We would love for you to join us and be part of our club. So social challenge. Remember, I told you earlier, join us live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today and tomorrow. We're going to do it both days. Also join the keynotes today and tomorrow. We are going to announce the winners of our social challenge. Now, what is that social challenge? All you have to do is post on social media using the hashtag Lumiopalooza 2026. You could be taking a screenshot right now of me and Maarit, and you could be posting us on socials, tagging hashtag Lumiopalooza 2026, and that could be your entry, right? You can post as many times as you want, and we are giving away gift cards. So make sure that you are checking all of the socials, following along. And again, if you need to reach out to me or Maarit, where can they find you? I think you put it in your slide, but you are mainly on Twitter. I'll be honest
Me
with
on
you,
Twitter, both.
you can Google her name right now, just like I did, and you can find her everywhere. So she's on Twitter, she's on Instagram, she's on Facebook, she's on the Hub and the Ambassador platform. You're going to be able to find her. I need to give you your survey link. And this is the magic link that's going to give you your professional development credit. So hopefully you're still here. All sessions for Lumiopalooza are going to be recorded, sent to your email if you registered for them, also sent to YouTube at the end of our week. You're going to see every single session, and within those sessions and the video description, you're going to get that survey link so that you can get your professional development credit. We know how important that is for you. Mara, we've gone longer than we expected, but it is because you had such an amazing session. I just want to ask you one more time before we hit end on this session. What advice do you have for all the people who are still watching and tuning in with you right now? If they are veterans of Lumio, if they're veteran teachers, what advice? And if they're new to Lumio or new teachers, what advice?
Say that use choice boards, create them. Choice doesn't mean lowering expectation. It means offering different pathways to success. The goal is not to create more work for yourself, but to create more opportunities for your students. A well-designed choice board, how to put it, can support differentiation, increase engagement, and make learning more meaningful, fun, engaging, inspiring experience, actually, without requiring a completely different lesson for every learner. And then, if you want the shortest way to success, I strongly suggest you to join the ambassador program and ambassador community, because we are always there to support you and help you. And as Tisha said, we always answer any question. We share material, we share lessons, and you can DM me or contact me. So you find all the contact information also in the Fakelet collection. So please join the ambassador community, because it's an easy way to start your Lumio journey, and use Lumio library. It's a miracle. It's like a treasure, totally free, ready-made material. And I use it whenever I need inspiration, I go
Mm.
there and look for the stuff. And I linked most important stuff to my Wakelet collection.
Yes. And I'm actually going to put the link, Maarit, just because you've gone over the ambassador bit a little bit more. I'm going to add that link to the comments so that you all have that. Maarit, as always, you are amazing. And we are so thankful for all the resources that you've shared with us today. Reach out to her. She is a wealth of knowledge, you guys. And continue joining us for Lumiopalooza 2026. Until I see you on the next session, go grab some water and a snack, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.